on his shoulder. Next thing we know, Craig is going sideways in the ditch. He's mowing down the fence post with a barbed wire fence. And to top it all off, he clipped the telephone pole in half like it was a toothpick. So then we had the daunting task of having to go back to Arlington and explain to Uncle Earl what we were doing. We had to get the story straight. No matter what story it was, he didn't believe us. But I thought for sure we were all done for. I thought it was going to be, whatever, locked up in one of the corn storage things or you name it. But surprisingly enough, Uncle Earl was pretty calm and collected. So. He might have did a little bellowing, but nothing to the point where, probably if we had been given the chance, we probably would have tried seeing who would have won that race the next day. So, but anyway, he was pretty cool and cool about it. Obviously, another vivid memory is all the great card games that we had. One that comes to mind was my graduation. When I graduated from high school, it was my dad and Aunt Helen and Uncle Earl and myself standing around a card table playing and, as usual, hooping and hollering and having a fantastic time. And there's no doubt in my mind, Uncle Earl is up there in heaven holding 4 races right now.
Well, everybody, again, thanks for coming. And I think one thing that, like Charlie brought up, what they put Earl through and Helen through, obviously was,
Not
it was
me.
rough. But in Nikki, they're all bad. But one thing Earl did have was patience and forgiveness, and he had to have a lot of forgiveness because we put him through everything. But I just want to say, again, thanks for everybody coming here. And I think some of the things that I learned about Earl when I started to work for him, because I didn't know him that well when I was younger, because he was always gone working. But as I came back to work for him and rode with him, I realized how Earl had the ability to meet people in their place, recognize them, accept them for whoever they were and whatever they were doing. And he had that kindness and that feeling about him. And he did it all the time. Every day at work he did that. And that's something he kind of passed on to all of us, I think, as siblings. And I guess that's all I want to say. And I want to thank you again. There's plenty of food here. Let's eat. The kegs tap too. So I think Danny's going to read something that was written by Paul and Charlotte Schink from De Pere, Wisconsin, and they sent this. And I don't know if he's going to rap or not. That's up to you.
Hopefully not. I don't know if Brother Chuck, and yes, again, thanks everybody for coming today. What a great group. Thank you. I don't know if Charlie realizes this and why Hank did not come down on us so hard that day, and I have just found out the evidence. Earl. Why Earl did not take us to the task, and Charlotte has shared this with me. And us group. To Earl and family, I have many good memories of the basketball games in the hay barn.
Yeah.
When Earl and Raleigh went up for rebounds and fell through the barn floor on the way down. I also remember when Earl and Raleigh rolled the pickup truck. The truth comes out. On its side, Earl looked at it and said to Raleigh, "Let's go home and get the grease gun. It'll be easier to grease the truck now." I was always thinking on his feet. I would have never thought of that. Sorry I can't make it to the memorial get together. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of you. God bless Earl. Of course, too many stories to recall, but one that is vivid for me, having left the homeland and going to Minnesota, or going to California from Minnesota. I was only there a couple days when Uncle Hank took me in, believe it or not, and said, "Watch over things." Where the family and I are on the way to Minnesota in the motorhome, you're in charge. Can you believe it? 2 days later, when I was just getting things set up for the big party, Earl calls and said, Danny, I'm going to be in town on business visiting some livestock people in Chino. Can you pick me up at LAX? Okay, Earl. So I thought, wow, what an opportunity. Uncle Earl's flying into town. We're in LA. Fantastic. I might even invite him. I pick him up at LAX on time, luckily. And Earl had promised that, look, I'll take care of the gas. No, and Hank didn't leave me any. And buy a steak dinner if you come out and get me. So, sure enough, we hopped in the car, and yeah, Hank, of course, it was on empty. So first thing, we pull into a gas station, and what you don't know is that somewhere in the 80s, we were forgotten that they decided that it was America couldn't be trusted. If you're going to pump gas, you got to pay first. A tough reality for all of us, and they weren't doing that in Minnesota yet. And we pulled in, I said, Earl, go in and give him 20 bucks. Give him $20, pump the gas. I said, no, you have to pay for it. Baloney! Not paying for gas. I said, no, trust me, they won't pump. I'll go in and talk to him. But 5 minutes later, he comes out holding the 20. He doesn't say anything. Get in the car. Long story short, we, at the third gas station, for real, at the third gas station, Earl finally hands me the 20 and said, go give them their money. He said, if people quit believing in each other, the world is in trouble. And that's what he told me. And I thought to myself, you know, that really is part of what Earl was definitely about, because if you knew Earl Nagel, he believed. He believed in himself, and there are so many examples. To talk about believing, this is a guy who, after he took leave from the brick business, I think Hank ran him off. That's another long story. Realized that he had a career. We'll have a rebuttal here.
The rest of the story.
Earl realized that, yes, if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. And so, he went on the road selling it. And most of you don't know, but he started it off with oil, motor oil, and vitamin pills.
Bison.
Bison.
What a combination! That's what I would have picked. And back to believing. So I can't imagine he's out there talking to these farmers and selling a motor oil, saying, this will make your motor and your tractor run better. And they said, what are the vitamin pills for? Well, that'll make you run better. And they bought both of them. Now, come on. If you believe in yourself, every others will as well. And let me tell you, that's what Earl gave us. He made you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And when you have that, you have it all.
Yeah.
One last thing before I cut. I got an email from my bank just recently, like we all do, inviting us to go paperless. Don't worry, we'll notify you, we'll email you your balance. We don't have to send that stuff out anymore. And I said, well, you don't have to do that, because I said, with a family like this and friends, I know I got to be the richest guy in the world. God bless you all. God bless you all. Okay.
I gotta defend myself.
Yeah. Speak up! Speak up, Hank! Woohoo! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Hank! Happy birthday to you!
Anybody who wants to give a cash gift, just give it to me. I'll make sure it gets to Hank.
Well, by now you know that I'm Earl's baby brother. Now, I'm a little bit impaired in speech from sitting out there what Danny was saying, but whatever it was, it's not true. You know that. I go back a little further in history. After the Second World War, Earl came home in the Marine Corps in a uniform. And out in the farm in Sibley County, about 3 miles out of town, you don't see that very much. So I'm about 8 years old, and Earl gets out of the service, and I'm following him around. He says, "God, you've got a lot of questions." I said, "Well," I said, "how am I supposed to learn what's going on in the world? You're the only one I know." So I kind of quit with the questions after that. I remember one time, Earl got a little excited. We were in the silo. You know what a silo is if you grew up on a farm. We had to clean out the pit before we could put in the new silage. So he's in there with a fork and a shovel, and there was a board or something laying there. He picks up the board, and there's 2 rats in there, and he's chasing around one his pants like, "Oh!" He turned a little white then. That's right. So anyway, we motored back there from California to say goodbye to Earl. Bye, Earl. And thank you all for coming. And who's next on the list?
Mary. Mary.
Mary. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a little serious here. I can't be as funny as all my predecessors.
Love you, Mary.
But winter came to my heart when I heard the news of Earl's passing. Earl Nagel meant the world to all of us here. Bonnie, Craig, Nikki, Krista, Scott, everyone. And he meant the world to me. And my life is blessed to have known him. When the Nagels moved to 113 Swan Street in the 1960s, they moved on the same block that I lived on in the sewer. I met my next new best friend, my BFF, Nikki. And I spent a lot of time over at the Nagel household because Nikki had cooler parents than I did. My parents were Catholic, they were very strict. I mean, yeah. We hung at the Nagels a lot. But then Nikki got a boyfriend. And my time was limited with my BFF. And my first job was at Chet's Theater, remember the theater downtown? And after the movies were over, I would, on my way home, I would stop by and hoping that Nikki was home, maybe. Not out with Kurt. And I'd ring the doorbell and Earl would answer. We'd stand there. He'd say, "Hey, Mary, how you doing?" And he goes, "Nikki's not here." And he'd take one look at the look on my face, very disappointed. And he'd go, "Why don't you come in and watch TV?" So I would. We'd watch All in the Family, it was Sunday night. Oh my God, yeah, I loved it. And he would even feed me. Leftover dinner. Hot dogs in tin foil. In the oven. Fire one up. I loved it. So anyway, when my father died, Earl came to the funeral and the big thing afterwards in the basement and came up and gave me the big early hug. Yeah, I was like 19, I think, and he just said that, your father was a great man, and if you ever need a father, I'm there for you, and I already consider you my daughter since you spend so much time over. And so then I just looked at him and I said, "Wow, that's pretty nice, Earl." I said, "Can you loan me $500?" Did his boisterous, loud laugh. Everybody in the place, looked, who is that laughing at a funeral thing? Of course, it was Earl. And then when my mother died, and everything, it was all over, and I was packing up the house in the sewer. And then it was just really hard, and I couldn't leave, so I stopped by Earl and Bonnie's, on the way home, just unannounced. rang the doorbell. Earl came to the door, took one look at me, and he goes, "I'm firing up the hot tub and I'm making you a Manhattan." And he took care of me. Anyway, he's been there for me. But when describing Earl Nagel, colorful spirit comes to mind, and that's an understatement. He was magic. Not Houdini magic, magistry and splendor. And he always laughed at all my jokes. And he would always tell me, "You're such a character, cute character." In our dreams, we will remember you, Earl Nagel, and know that in heavenly infinity that your great spirit is with us and watching over us. And I expect any time now to get a lecture on smoking again. Meryl Streep sang a song in Robert Altman's movie, A Prairie Home Companion. Did you see it? And I'm sure as hell not going to try and sing it, but I will quote the lyrics in Earl's honor with modification. But goodbye to Earl Nagel, who on New Year's Day went to lie down in green pastures beside the still waters and made no sound. But I know he's at peace in the land of delight. Goodbye, Earl, who went to lie down and now is gone. Water so still and pasture so green. Goodness and mercy following me. Goodness and mercy following us. Thank you, Earl. The Lord give you peace.
We still have an open mic, if anybody else wants to say anything. But you don't have to come up here either, we can bring the mic down there, you don't have to stand up here, so.
I just want to say, short but sweet. I was getting to that. I'm around Nagel. My father's Mal Nagel, and Earl was my uncle. And he was a kind, gentle uncle. And I am proud to call myself a Nagel because of these guys.
I think Carlson, Ellen Maple's sister. And there's lots of stories, but I'm not going to get into them. But everybody has been saying it's what I remember about Earl.
Closer to your mouth.
Okay. Every summer, all us kids spent at Nagel Packing, earning our money. All the babysitting I did at the Nagels. That's, by the way, why Craig is the way he is. He never got angry at me. He never, I just remember that. There was a couple of times when I really ticked him off, but he didn't get mad. So I too want to say goodbye.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody need the mic? Otherwise, we can just start eating and drinking, and we'll do what Earl knew we knew how to do. Because when we did it, he was there and he taught us all well. So I think we should just start eating and drinking. If there's no other words, anybody?
How about you recycle?
Yeah, recycle. Let's quickly.
Obviously, Earl's with us here today in spirit. We want you all to stay and enjoy, and for, as long as you're having a good time, and if you're not, then get the heck out. Yeah, we should pass the mic around because the truth is there are too many great stories about Earl Nagel, and we can continue to share them throughout the day.
I'm gonna try to hold my composure. Okay. I'm in this room more than you know. I just want to say to everybody, thanks for coming. Of course, it's been a very difficult time for Bonnie, but I find comfort in the fact that Earl loved her more than anything with the kids. And she said she could never, ever replace a man that treated her so wonderfully. And I thank Earl, and I thank all the kids and all the grandkids and all the friends that have taken my sister into their hearts and treated her like their mother and their friend and their aunt. And I know she loves all of you dearly. And I know she really appreciates seeing all of you here today. So thank you for coming. Thank you.
Well, just to expand on that, Earl did have great taste in women. Two of them in particular, my mother Helen, and then Bonnie, who is where she is. Your mom too. But we call you Mom, but we're with you all the time. And man, you're strong and you did great. And Dad love you. We all love you.
You're an angel.
The bike's off. No. Unless somebody really wants to say something. Anybody?
More bang holes in a little bit.
Yeah.
We gotta do youngest to oldest on the stairs.
Yeah, do yeah.
Henry's thinking now. I know. Yeah, we could. Lion at the top, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, a picture of all of you together. Come on, you gotta don't miss out.
Come on, get the hat on. Get the hat on. Oh, the Shriners would be proud of it. You could be in the parade in Henderson next Sunday.
We only had the small car now.
Real Shriners.
Yeah, can you get a small car? I want the go-kart. I want the one with the fin thing going on.
Give it up for siblings of Earl Nagel.
You know, Craig, not many people can pull that hat off, but you can. I can't hear it. On tape. Great. Good enough.
Laurel and Hardy wore those.
Taking a picture. Oh, no. Watch that. All right.
You have to talk.
Oh, I have to talk. What do you talk about? How much money you want? You want relation or business? There you go. Tell me.
A memory of Earl. Memory of Earl.
Memory of Earl.
I said a memory of Earl.
Yeah.
He can't hear me.
I know. No one hears. Just yell at Craig because you're... I've been faking it all these years. All talk, no hear. I've heard everything I want to hear. And then I like this camera. It's a couple years old now. I got a good deal. I paid $200 for it. I still like it. It's still like.
Okay, Jeff, here's how loud my family is. Okay, you want me to read it? Shut up!
I can't hear. What?
If you're gonna play cards, no talking.
Well, hey,
Quit talking.
oh, hey,
Melvin likes to argue. I can't believe it.
Why don't we move on to that table so I hear what you're saying? We're enjoying it. Is it raining out there?
he won!
Oh, you're enjoying it? I can hear! It's a miracle.
Let's play it again. Yeah, it's a big deal. So, explain it to me.
I can't stand the noise.
You gotta pay $5 to get in on it. What's he not in?
I just put in.
Earl probably just didn't hear us from the next, but now he does.
Okay, so now it's...
Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Woohoo!
That's your happy birthday song.
Earl's condo in Oceanside, California.
We're at the Nagel residence.
1437 Oceanside.
14? Don't give Dennis the wrong story.
Don't give Dennis the wrong story.
We'll be gone by that time.
Go back over that.
Here's an ocean view at 5:02 p.m. Beautiful out here. We're at Hank's place. While you're on the camera there, Hank.
Oh, wait, I got
We're at Hank's office here at
Mountain View Suites.
202.
$1 a square foot. All utilities paid. Normally we don't have gambling or weddings. Just business.
Today is an exceptional day.
It is.
Special day.
So we don't have any drinking.
Good over.
Ours up here to cover up the traffic.
It's all pictures with the Wilsons. They either take them, first you see them, and then they take them down.
Hank's going to give us a little speech here now.
Ah, come on, let's gamble.
This is good coffee. No.
Come on, I like to gamble.
They only drink the sharp beer that no alcohol in it. Just no alcohol so we don't get no trouble. So my brothers and sisters all drink this and look at them. How they turn out. They think I'll drink one bit of alcohol.
Anybody believe it?
Right, too busy. Get a quarter in there.
I thought the wedding was over with.
He's going to take a picture of the wedding we showed.
Earl, aren't you going to make a speech?
Well, once you see the word, he can't get
Well,
it.
you got to give Bonnie a clue.
We all see the word, and then you
Let
got
him give Audrey, you give Bonnie, and she gives Roby a clue.
Okay,
No, you're on this side. Earl, you're on this side.
Oh, that's three.
Okay, us three.
Here, that's three. You gotta see the word. I gotta sit down so I can concentrate. Who's your, you don't wanna give him a good one, do you, or what? Oh, sure.
Yeah, you want her to
But the first one sometimes is guinea pig to the second one. I don't quite get this.
This is your partner. You want to give a one-word clue to make her say that word.
One word.
No hand gestures. No hand.
Are you gonna be an asshole around here? Or you gonna sit down and behave yourself?
No hand gestures.
No hand gesture, no. Rain.
What?
Rain.
Minnesota.
No.
I know the one I get.
Rain.
Ring? Ring?
Yeah, but see, what's with the guinea pig?
Ring.
Rain.
Who's supposed to answer you?
I know what I'm gonna say.
Water.
Word.
A word?
That's all you do is give her a word.
Oh,
Red. Huh? Red.
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 They're all different colors.
Oh, okay.
Clouds.
Well, yours red.
Clouds.
All different colors.
Red cloud.
All right, Mal's next.
Red water. You're pretty cool.
Mal's next.
Parasol.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Parasol.
No, but that's
I mean, that's not the same word. All right, we'll get back over here.
Who the hell wins? now, because once you see the word, he can't get
Well,
it.
you gotta give
Okay.
Bonnie a clue.
We all see the word, and then you
Then
got
him give Audrey, you give Bonnie, and she gives Roby a clue.
Okay,
No, you're on this side. Earl, you're on this side.
Oh, that's three.
Okay, us three.
Here, that's three. You gotta see the word. I gotta sit down so I can concentrate. Who's your, you don't wanna give him a good one, do you, or what? Oh, sure.
Yeah, you want her to
But the first one sometimes is a guinea pig to the second one. I don't quite get this.
This is your partner. You want to give a one-word clue to make her say
One
the
word.
word.
One word.
I'll say no hand gestures. No hand.
Are you gonna be an asshole around here? Or you gonna sit down and behave yourself?
No hand gestures.
No hand gestures. No.
Rain.
What?
Rain.
Minnesota.
I know the one I get.
Rain.
Ring?
Yeah, but see,
Rain.
close with the guinea pig.
Ring.
Rain.
Who's
I'll
supposed
bet
to
you
answer
mouth
you?
her.
I know what I'm gonna say.
Water.
Word.
A word?
That's all you do is give her a word.
Oh,
Red. Huh? Red.
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 They're all different colors.
Oh, okay.
Clouds.
Well, yours red.
Clouds. All different colors.
Red clouds.
All right, Mal's next.
Red water.
Mal's next.
Parasol.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Parasol.
No, but that's
I mean, I thought the same word. All right, we'll get back over here.
Who the hell wins now? Cause we won.
Yeah.
But
Where's the waiter at? Is he coming yet?
wait, no.
Huh?
Waiter.
Where's the waiter?
We want a little service here.
We're at Joni's here.
Service. I'm not coming back to this restaurant anymore.
Man,
Those Germans are
they ain't getting my
bullheaded.
Yes.
What a ding-a-ling.
Yeah, that's
what
It's Opie's idea.
a ding-a-ling. This is a ding-a-ling. Are you a ding-a-ling?
What they call that.
Yeah, I have. Look at him. Holy rooster.
Here, you that, I'll go this way.
That waiter, here he comes.
Put your thing up.
Here comes the waiter.
I heard somebody ring for the waiter. I got the strudel. The strudel is here. There you go, ma'am.
Oh, this looks so
That looks a big piece of pie, huh? No, that's Italian.
What are
This
your
is
hours?
a special German. Our hours are just in the evening, ma'am, because we're fancy dining.
Do we have to have reservations?
Just eat.
Yes, always. But I can see you are
Will you
from
eat?
abroad.
Yeah,
From
I
another
have,
country. You know, ice cream like from the farm.
yeah.
From the farm.
Really
Do
good.
you have other guests here?
Yes.
Yes.
More ice cream. Yeah, I'll get more ice cream. We'll be right back with more ice cream.
We got a real fight here.
Aren't they sweet? Oh, they try so hard. They kind of sneak around. It's not easy.
Because this ain't grosha, this is a little bit the strudel for the Frau.
You still don't get
That's very good. Huh?
Melvin still don't get it.
Yeah, when he,
Melvin? Melvin?
Melvin, that's
Melvin.
his name.
What's his last name? Melvin?
Brother Melvin Nagel.
Nago. Verstehen. Nago, Neil.
Neil, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Gross ice cream.
Spike.
Gross ice cream.
Not from Deutschland, though.
Sister.
You been not from Deutschland lately.
No,
Be
no.
sure and tell
Oh.
Spike the strawberries are from Tiss.
Yeah,
The strawberries
Tisnelda.
come from Tisnelda.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my sister. She makes a good
Minnesota.
strawberry.
Minnesota.
She comes from Deutschland. Straight from Deutschland. Tisnelda.
Is that
Yeah,
her
if you
name?
could meet Tisnelda, you would understand. She's
yeah.
a very fancy lady.
Is she? Oh,
And I can see that you would,
I would get a lot.
how do you say in America? Hit it off.
Hit it off.
Hit it off. Good.
And a Robina with the Tisnelda. I'm a Robina.
Bravo, bravo.
With Tisnelda?
Tisnelda,
What's her middle name?
Robina.
What's her middle name?
They say Sophie, Rosina.
Oh, Rosina.
Yes.
My grandma's name was Rosina.
Oh, ganz verhaftig.
Yeah. Did this Tisnelda ever marry?
Oh, yes.
She did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she married.
How often?
Oh, as often as Tisnelda could marry.
Yeah. Me too.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
I
fun.
have to go now.
Okay.
I have to get some more strudel.
Okay.
I will work with the messes out here.
dinner ready here.
Well, supposedly, you can't rely on caterers these days. It's a shame, but nonetheless, we got a little humble offering here. We got a little turkey for you.
Great.
Got a little ham, and
Looks good, Danny.
going to be cold beer here.
Good.
And with any luck, there might even be a few nagels here too.
You're on camera there. On.
One, two, three.
No.
Set this down here. Okay, set that there.
You're on.
You're shooting right here in the front.
Yeah, you just press that and hold it. Once you held it. Okay.
You turn this to.
Oh, there. Who's that big guy up there?
That's Santa Claus.
Who's the gal you're with?
Come on, anyway. I want all the money.
Never wanted to be on
Big
pictures.
blackjack.
Now we
Want
winning
it
the
all.
money.
Who's the gal you're with?
Hey,
Oh,
you don't
man.
remember.
I met her down at Crackers.
All right,
Short memory.
Dave. What's your son's name there? Oh,
Alex.
looks like lunch. And who's that gal next to you?
What's your name again? That's Don.
Okay. Who's that guy right behind you, Don, with the mustache? That Tom Selleck type guy there. With that good-looking woman next to him. What's his name?
Doug, this is Alicia.
Oh, okay. Oh, that must be her mother-in-law next to her there.
Boy, right? You talking about a good
Is that Robina? Okay.
I wasn't listening.
That couldn't be Bob Wilson there from Fridley, Minnesota.
He came all the way from Minnesota to come here.
You're kidding.
Happy.
I hope you got an hour tape in there.
Who's that? Is that your favorite niece behind you there, Lulu?
That's me.
Where do you live now?
Long Beach.
My. Who's that gal next to you?
Hi.
Okay.
Bonnie.
Who's that? Excuse me, is that the president of the Democratic Party up there?
I'm running.
You're
She's over the ocean.
Who's that gal next to you?
Which one are you talking about? Me and Joni Darling.
There you go.
She's running too.
Earl, what are you smiling about?
Oceanside.
Oceanside. Okay, Sarah, will you wave? Connie, you can wave too.
Tape is Dan's voice, probably.
That must be Nikki there with her son, Noel. Hi, Noel. Oh, my goodness, and that's Ron Nagel.
That's Tom Cadiddleoffer.
And his wife, Norma. Hi, Norma.
From Ontario. Did you? Hey.
And here's the little prince there, Tawa.
Forgot me.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Why you save me for
That's my only brother there.
I'll have you know this is my wife.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Connie.
And Chuck.
Stay closer to the
Who's them little guys? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name, Colton? No coaching. Okay, and there's Jacob, and there's Sierra. Well, this is quite a group here, I guess.
We're gonna have a hand for all the ones that flew in.
One more Brian's camera. Wait.
What happened to the comedian here?
We lost him too.
Oh, there he is. We're going to be leaving you in, probably 10, 15 minutes. Hope to see you again. Roby, you want to say something? The Tess and Harold?
Oh, Tess, you better get out here. It's getting warmer every day. And might as well hang around here for a little bit.
Get away from that bad snow back. Yeah, that cold weather.
Yep, we've been having fun here. You're missing a lot of fun.